BF cheated while I was pregnant. BF is and I am. I got pregnant in July 2022 and had my baby in April 2023, and from Sept-Feb he was sleeping with this girl. Before and after as well he would flirt with / exchange pics with PPL and make plans to meet up but wouldn't go. I feel so crushed and confused because we have such a great relationship. He's never done anything but show me love and support, and now with the baby he's been just as attentive. When I asked why, he said it was him being selfish. I was always away at work and he felt resentful and alone. For months we saw each other like an HR a day and he liked the attention. He says he loves me and that he stopped sleeping with her when he saw what all he'd lose, but he was still talking to her. Still making plans, even if they all got cancelled, from Feb until when I found out. I found out on a Monday and they were taking about meeting up for breakfast that Thursday. He says he was gonna cancel again, but I don't know what to think. I want to believe he loves me because it's what his words and actions have always shown me, but I can't with what they were saying. Interspersed with sexting and messages about how I and baby are his priority and taking about how he doesn't want to hurt me were messages like all I can do is give you my love. She doesn't get that I feel responsible, but I've never thought of that as love. Listen. She'll be back to work again at the end of July. Right now she's here 24/7. We can meet after work, but I need to keep most of the grease on me. I feel so satisfied when we're done. Like I was born to FCKU. I think about what it'd be like to date you and so on. Complimenting her body all the time and getting graphic with sexting, which I never get from him. And the flink dates too. The dates for their hookups lines up with times I was texting him from work sick AF from the pregnancy. Sexting on Christmas and my birthday. Sexting while I was in the hospital after the C-section, mixed in between pics of our newborn. I feel so disgusted and confused. I hate myself, don't want to look in the mirror. Confused about whether he lied to her or is currently lying to me. Don't know how I can trust that he really loves me and isn't just here for the baby. I've always been insecure in relationships and thought partners were cheating, even though they never were, and I'd end up sabotaging the relationships. I've struggled forever to really feel worthy of love, so now after being in a relationship without those doubts where I felt safe and loved, only to have this happen is a slap to the face that I don't know how to begin to come back from. I want to try to work things out, but I've never dealt with this before. Our relationship was so perfect and he's turning into a great father, yet he had this whole side piece for months without me knowing and while still acting normally, so I don't know if I can trust myself anymore. My heart and gut say to believe him, especially after all our long talks now since I found out, but I can't shake this worthless feeling and feeling like he doesn't really love me. Like he loves me because of the baby but isn't in love with me anymore, he's in love with her. I already made him remove Snap and other similar apps and made it clear that if they talk again as even friends that I'm gone. Like I'd see what she wants, or if she's stranded somewhere, no more. I know his phone password too, but I don't wanna police it. I'm really trying to keep the mentality of if I'm giving him a chance, I have to actually give him a chance, if that makes sense. How did you start moving past what happened? If you stayed with your partner, what did it take before the relationship started feeling secure again? What did you do for yourself to get your confidence back? Comment. I'm usually really neutral when it comes to advice giving on these subs, but all I really want to do is go full big sister on this dude, and I don't even know him. Does he realize the amount of psychological pain this type of behavior can cause a person who has gone through pregnancy / C-section and birth? Remind yourself that this isn't about you, how you look, who you are as a person. This is about him being a selfish, deadbeat idiot. Look after yourself and your child. Put you both first. Give yourself time. Hugs. I second this. It's challenging enough to be a new mother without having to deal with relationship issues like this. Rest assured, he will continue to cheat, and he may be a fantastic father, but you need to understand what your limits are in relation to his past and future cheating. If you're okay with a form of open relationship, then this can work. If your preference is for a normal monogamous relationship, then I'd suggest it's only time before you're disappointed again. And nothing hurts like total heartbreak in a situation like yours. If you live together, make him leave and move out. I would text her and tell him that he is now hers and to keep him away from me. He has a whole relationship with her, and it won't ever stop. Hold him accountable and tell him that you are done with him. They are still actively involved with each other, and you are getting leftovers. He can be a part-time dad. The messages and sex are enough to end things forever. I personally would set yourself free from his lying, cheating ways. He doesn't truly love you, and the messages prove it. Break things off with him and tell him to leave you alone and only talk to you through text messages. Make him pay child support. He's a POS. Reread what you wrote and him planning to meet her while you were in hospital cut open from having his child. I had 2 C-sections and if my husband had been doing that I would have taken my baby and left so quick his head would still be spinning. Is he the male role model you want for your children? Next story 2. Is this real or a scam about my sister's boyfriend cheating? Help. Today is my little sister's birthday and I got a text from a random number. Wish I could just share the screenshot so I'll try to write it out as best as I can. Her boyfriend seems to be so in love with her and they spend every waking second with each other. They just bought a house and plan on getting engaged after she graduates college. He is not private with his phone, she has texted and called from it so I don't see him having a secret Snapchat relationship. But you never know. The number is from one of those burner phone number apps and they won't give a name, they just say their friend was sent a dick pic and they don't have screenshots. They can only tell us what his sheets look like and that there was a pink Starbucks cup next to his bed, but even I know what his room looks like and I've never been in there. He has shared pics before on Snap Story or something. In asking for more proof they got all upset and asked me to never contact them again, which seems fishy. Why contact me in the first place if you're barely going to help and then get all mad I keep replying to you? The person keeps commenting that maybe my sister and her BF are in an open relationship even though they are listed as together on Facebook and his profile pictures for the last 2 years have been with my sister. The texter said my friend didn't have a picture so she showed me his Facebook and I noticed this blonde girl. We had a mutual friend so I asked for her phone number and they gave me your number. So her boyfriend wasn't trying to hide or anything. And she's not Facebook friends with him. Why wouldn't they just DM my sister on her public Instagram instead of texting my phone number that wasn't even confirmed my sister's? What else can I do to see if this is true before I tell my sister? My other sister and I are feeling like it might be a jealous friend or ex-boyfriend trying to start drama. The person has to have come from our high school to have my phone number. Please help me figure out this is a scam and my sister's sweet awesome boyfriend we love isn't actually cheating. Comment. It is pretty sus that they text you and not your sister. I would approach the BF and observe his behavior. If he acts off, there's your answer. Yeah, definitely when they had already found my sister on social media. They could have DM'd her on Facebook or Instagram, but instead decided to text me through a fake phone number. My sister ended up texting the number and they could never provide proof besides an old dick pic that was from before my sister was with him. The person would get really obsessed with knowing if they were breaking up and then would get really mean. Obviously someone making up a story that is jealous of my sister or something messed up like that. Ended up blocking them and moving on. The boyfriend would just never do this. I would still maybe let somebody know that this is going on so that way they're not blindsided by somebody else getting a message and talking to them. Yes, we were always going to tell my sister and her boyfriend, we were just waiting for it to not be her actual birthday. So she ended up texting the scammer and they couldn't give her any proof or names, finally sent one super old picture my sister has seen before, from before her relationship even started, and then got nasty calling her and me names and blocking us. I just feel gross not knowing who this person is and am worried it's some jealous friend that might still be hanging out with my sister and her BF. But at least they're super open with each other anyway, and this can't come between them if the scammer ever tries again. Next story 2. Wife of 12 years needs attention. Me wife have been married 12 years. We always had a good relationship and marriage as far as I thought. So 4 years ago she was up very late one night, so I checked her phone. I know her passwords and she says I'm always welcome to check it. She had made a profile on a dating site and was talking to a couple of guys. I didn't say anything and let it go for a bit, but she never let up. I finally had enough and confronted her. The guy lived several hours away and she said she only wanted the attention he was giving her. So 3 years later I had the feeling she was up to something, and sure enough her Snapchat was the top app on her usage, although there were no saved conversations. I confronted her again and she was much more defensive that nothing was going to happen other than the flirty conversation. It was pretty ugly that time and I told her this was not acceptable. Once again it goes back to how she needs more validation than I give her. She has a very low opinion of her appearance. Well, this year around Feb she reconnected with a past acquaintance on Snapchat and was regularly sending nudes and very explicit videos to this guy on a daily basis. I looked into her hidden pics and saw a lot of explicit pics and videos I had never seen. I ask for these often and barely get any. I left her phone open to the saved in chat screen on Snapchat and waited for her to see it. We argued most of the next day and she admitted they had talked about meeting up, but he lives very far away and she wouldn't be able to make an excuse to be gone overnight. We probably came just a word away from calling it quits. She has depression and anxiety disorders and is medicated for it. She is a mess in more ways than one, not making excuses for her behavior. I guess it finally ate away enough that I don't care and feel more resentment than hurt. I know once a cheater. I do still love her and have made it totally clear that I have nothing left in me to try to work things out anymore. In my heart I believe she finally sees where this will lead if she continues to stray. I guess I just need to vent. I see this similar scenario often, so I know I'm not alone. Comment. Do you understand that she is a serial cheater? You've now already caught her at least 3 times cheating and every time it's gotten worse, so you know that the next time she's actually going to meet up with the person and have sex, if she hasn't already, because you can't believe a word they say. She can always say they don't live here, they're far away, but you don't know because cheaters lie and she's lied to you multiple times. You know what you're going to get, why not stop it now? Do you really want to become a prison guard for your cheating, should-be ex-wife? Do you plan on spending the rest of your life never trusting your life partner? Cause if you stay, this will keep on happening, and you will keep letting her walk over you. If she loved you, she wouldn't have done this, or at bare effing minimum realized how much she fucked up the first time. Instead she still argues, as if it is not her choice to sext and plan hookups. Why do you stay? Do you love her? Do you truly believe she could do this to you several times if she loved you as much? Could you do the same as her to someone you love? I don't think so. Are you scared you won't find someone? My man, at 47 you have half a life left. Maybe more, maybe less, but do you really want to spend that time comforting her after she betrays you? Instead of spending that time finding / with someone worthy of your love? You say you made it clear this is the last chance she gets. Did you not say that the last times as well? Why would she think this time is different? You have shown her that cheating is not enough reason for you to leave already. Does it really hold any weight? I feel for you, and understand you are hurt. My aim is not to insult you, and I apologize if I get a bit harsh or exaggerated. But you deserve better than she is willing to give. This can be a moment you remember for either standing up for yourself or for stupidly believing her just one more time, and I think that choice is in your hands. I think you underestimate your wife. I saw in a comment you think there will be no next time despite her basically being a serial cheater. You say this because she is terrible at being sneaky and will not be able to hide it. Sorry, but most cheaters get better with experience, just like nearly everything else in life. Your other problem is many cheaters often get advice from their AP on how to hide and disguise cheating. Before you know it, she will be using fake female names for cover and code words to signal when it's safe to call to avoid leaving evidence. At some point you have to figure out if she will ever change or if therapy would even help. Judging by her history, this might not be something that is repaired easily and you might have to cut your losses. Good luck.